You're closer to success than you think. If you feel like you're doing everything right, but nothing is changing, I want you to hear this carefully. The fact that you feel stuck doesn't mean you're failing. Most of the time, it means you're in the hardest part of the process, the part where progress is happening, but you can't see it yet. We're taught to believe that success should be obvious, that there should be clear signs, big wins, fast results. But real progress doesn't announce itself. It builds quietly, in the background, while you're doubting yourself. Think about how often people quit right before things start working. Not because they weren't capable, but because they assumed that no results meant no progress. And that assumption is one of the biggest reasons people never reach their goals. Most breakthroughs don't come from one intense moment of effort. They come from showing up on days when nothing feels rewarding, when motivation is gone, when the work feels repetitive and boring. That's when progress is actually being created. Consistency matters more than motivation because motivation is unreliable. Some days you'll feel inspired. Most days you won't. If your progress depends on how motivated you feel, it will always be inconsistent. But if your progress depends on simple actions you repeat every day, it becomes inevitable. You don't need to do everything perfectly. You don't need to push at full intensity all the time. You just need to stop quitting when it feels slow. Repetition beats intensity because intensity burns out. Repetition builds structure. Anyone can go all in for a week. Very few people are willing to stay consistent for months without seeing validation. That patience is what separates people who succeed from people who keep restarting. Another reason you feel far from success is because your perspective is distorted. You're judging your progress based on how far you still have to go, not how far you've already come. The version of you from a year ago would be shocked by what you can handle now, by what you know, by how much stronger you've become. But because growth happens gradually, you don't notice it. It becomes your new normal. And then you raise your expectations, which is good, but it also makes your current progress feel small. Success often feels underwhelming while you're moving toward it. It doesn't feel like winning. It feels like uncertainty, repetition, and self-doubt. That doesn't mean you're on the wrong path. It means you're on a real one. If you keep showing up and stop starting over, progress becomes unavoidable. Results catch up when you least expect them. The days that feel pointless are usually the days that matter the most. They're building momentum you can't see yet. So if you're questioning whether it's worth it, let this be a reminder. You don't need a new plan. You don't need a new burst of motivation. You need patience. You need consistency. And you need to trust that what you're doing is working. Even if the results are delayed. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're closer to success than you think. Just don't quit now.